Hi, this is Rachel with Tarot Dreams. I'm here to share some messages that I have received through Providence, intuition, dreams, visions, channeling, um, just communing with nature and elemental energies or energies of that deities that step forth that hold light for humanity. Now, I've had a really busy last 2 weeks with downloads that I've been receiving, but today I was encouraged to start throwing this together and to start to share this with everyone. That it may help you on your spiritual journey or to help you prepare through Providence so you can take care. Um, So, in any event, let me get started. Last week, I was dreaming. I had a dream. Now, this was last week, at the beginning of last week. So, some of this is already in a way transpired, but I want to bring it about because there are parts of it that I believe are important to share. There was a maple tree in my backyard, a very large maple tree, and from it, there were three red cardinals that fell as a result of three owls, white and black owls. And the three cardinals were wrapped in red robes with gold sashes, and they fell to the ground as the owls began to pull the sashes tight to smother them, to suffocate them. And I ran screaming out in the yard for them to stop, that my yard was a sanctuary. And as I said that, the owls flew away, and as I was watching them leave, the sky lit up like a movie, and started to play almost like a life review. It did not appear to be my life, but it was a life review showing a ticker tape at the bottom. When did you stop being you? And it repeated that phrase over and over as it showed that we were shifting gears. It showed literally a gear shifter. And then it started showing love relationships, family relationships, work relationships. And the images started to blur until it got to the end. It faded into an elderly woman that was feeding her family, her children and her grandchildren, and a man in a suit had invited himself into the dinner, and he took rather large portions of that dinner, and as he left, he took the leftovers, which caused her concern as she was worried about, feeding her family and what she could have done with those leftovers. And he handed her what looked to me like a check, but it was a reimbursement of $8. And she looked at that $8 and instantly started trying to figure out how she was going to feed everybody. And the man laughed as he carried the leftovers away. She never found her voice to say anything to him. And this life review ended with the saying, "When did you stop being you?" Well, I took it as the 8 is a balance. It's also, very much a karmic cycle, and that we're getting ready to shift, because some of the definitions that I've been seeing that go hand in hand with, some of the news sources that kind of proves that, we have been losing our voice, autonomy, sanctuary. When did we stop speaking up? And it looks like things are getting ready to shift to where the family was under one roof. So I kept seeing that, and I kept taking away that the cardinals were actual cardinals from a Catholic church because of the red robes and the gold sashes, and the white owls were what you call the white hats or black hats, the actors on the world stage. So I took it that there may be some information that the cardinals they're trying to prevent a certain cardinal or a particular cardinal. Red will be significant in that particular case. And I took it as red cardinals in the Catholic Church, and that something is trying to stop them from speaking. Now, because the woman did not speak out, there's not a balance. There's balancing. It was white and black. It was light and dark. Everything screams balance. They're trying to balance this out. Now, I appreciate your comments below on what you think it could be, or, I'm not really into the news. If there was something that happened, please let me know. But this is what I got early on last week. And then Yeshua came to me and he showed me and he asked me to follow him, which I did. And he took me to an inlet of water. And in the water, there were these, rocks that looked like, like river stones or river rocks. But he asked me to step into the water. Now, the water was, flowing in and out, back and forth. It was ebbing back and forth. But the moment that I stepped in that water and squished the sand between my toes, I was filled with comfort and love. And it was as if the sand was showing me how much joy that they were there serving their purpose. And I looked at the river rock or the rock in the water, and I could feel the joy from that rock. But I also felt that if I was to remove that rock, it was my responsibility to ask permission. But Yeshua explained to me that there is joy in the simplest of things. Just that water ebbing back and forth brought such joy to the sand and love to the sand and to the little pebbles and to the rocks. And he stated that we could find the joy and that we needed to be creative and, get back to simpler things, but to find the joy and to stop losing ourselves into what is going on around us, to kind of, when things start to shift, that we need to focus and go inward and focus on the little things that bring us joy and comfort, and to step away from the world stage. Now, as I say this, they've been showing me all week about the definitions changing, and they keep coming back with autonomy and autonomous. And, I'm seeing that instead of BC and AD, they're now doing BCE and CE, and they're changing a lot of things. And I've been seeing that the numbers have been changing as well, and their counts. But what Spirit encouraged me to come in and share with you, especially today, as we are rolling up onto the red moon, the summer solstice, the strawberry moon, or I should say the red moon, the summer solstice is going to be taking place around this time as well, for the strawberry moon. They wanted me to share something that I wasn't even really aware that I was channeling at the time, that it came to me. I was journaling, and the message that I got stated that it was channeled and delivered and penned this day of the year of our Lord of June 20th, 2022, and it was from the Council of Sod, which is also translates to the Divine Council of God, or the Intergalactic Federation. It's synonymous with that. And I'm going to go ahead and read this to you, but they also wanted me to point out that there would be a raiment of stars and a gnashing of teeth when this collective change, where the collective energy really starts to worry, and there's going to be a birthing of change as the change begins on this event. Now, the message that was given to me was, heavy is the head that once wore the crown, stolen in the wee hours of a red morn, M-O-U-R-N. A martyr he will be as his final breath begins to push the pillars down. Weep not, the stars of his legacy will light the way. Some will fall, but we will remain. There will be no Shangri-La today, only the ghost of Caesar on this eve of yet another Independence Day. Council of Sod, channel delivered to the Alban Queen, penned this day, 6/20/2022, the year of our Lord. Now, I wanted to point out that the mourn, the M-O-U-R-N. Now, I believe I know who this is about, and I have been seeing, in reference to this political individual, I have been seeing where once, when he first came down that escalator, I seen him as the hand of God. I seen him as David. For the last 2 years, I've been seeing him as Samson, and for the last week, I have been seeing him with the jawbone of an ass. And then I have started seeing the pillars. Now, this was penned 2 years ago. Is it coming about now? I don't know. There's something about the raiment of stars, of clothing of stars in the light. I'm not really sure what that means. I would have to get more into that. Now, I also do believe that the pillars coming down makes me really believe that it is that one individual. You can go ahead and drop it in the comments what you think it might mean. I'm really interested in hearing your opinions. But I've also been getting, there's just too much to break down. But I did want to say that, I did find that there's an actual book that was put out, When Did You Stop Being You? And I had to get it. I haven't read it yet because I just discovered it, and I haven't received it yet, but I had to purchase it because the movie that I had seen, the life review that I had seen, it repeated over and over again, when did you stop being you? But the gentleman who wrote it, his name was Charlie Seraphim. And as I'm highly connected with the seraphim angels, I took it as a synchronicity. And there have been plenty of signs and synchronicities going on for this month alone, not to mention the previous months. But we are in a time of alchemy and transformation and change. And I am getting change very strong, but I'm also picking up, and I will get back to everybody on this because I'm seeing a large shaking. Could possibly be from an earthquake or a volcano, but I'm picking up large waves, tsunami type waves as well, and I'm picking up the Poseidon energy. And as you know, Zeus was the upper world, Poseidon was the ocean, and Hades was the underworld. But I am definitely picking up that there is a change coming. And I'm picking up the Poseidon energy. I'm also picking up, there's a lot of energy that I'm picking up, but I keep seeing the huge waves and feeling the shaking of the earth. So I plan on communing with Yeshua and my spirit team to see if they can elaborate on this, or if there's anything further that I'm picking up. It is getting rather strong, so we will I will check back with you on that. But I wanted to get this out, and I wanted to start to share these messages that I'm receiving as I'm being told that it's time. So we're going to go ahead with that. Please drop your comments. Let me know what it is that you feel that, that life review could have meant, the cardinals could have meant, what the message from the divine council could have meant, the council of Sod. Please just drop your comments and what you figure that it means. And please take note, the definitions are changing, and there's regurgitation of some of the older election news and things of that nature coming back around. And I will touch on that in some of my other messages coming out as soon as I can get this done. But I wanted to throw this together, and this message center will be under a playlist, and it will evolve, and more than likely it will the name will change. Right now I went ahead and messaged it Whispers from the Crane, because the Cranes are very regal, and they are messengers of Yeshua, and their sounds are like bugles to God, and they do mean longevity, joy, peace, tranquility, balance. And that's what we're looking for, and that was the message that Yeshua was providing me. So we're going to go ahead and end that here, so I can go ahead and get this out. Please let me know your thoughts, comments, and subscribe if you feel so inclined. Thank you so much.